actions for the future, for our children, and for this world to become better. So what we have done during these days is policy and politics all over. And today we just invited some of them who are in the parliament, who are a little bit closer to the former power, but the power as such and the political power as such we all have in our daily actions. And I think that is something we should take with us in this day. So thank you and very welcome.
Thank you. Now, dear friends, a lot of us are wondering how is this going to happen today, the interaction between the politicians and all the rest of us that are here, and especially our delegations from the informal settlements. In a couple of minutes, the politicians will have the opportunity to introduce themselves, but also we will not let them give speeches, but to ask questions to the experts that we have in the room. And the experts are the ones who are going to present themselves first, and also show some pictures from the informal settlements where they live. After the introduction from the different delegations and short presentations, the different delegations will move to the physical places in the room where they live and come from, that we have marked in the room. There will be the hostess, and we will invite the politicians and all the rest of you to go to the different places. And the politicians will introduce their places, then they will stand up in the different physical places in the room. After that, the politicians will introduce themselves, the questions that they have brought, and they will travel to the different places where they will have the opportunity to have a discussion and to get answers to the questions, but most of all also learn and discuss together with the different places. I will explain it once more before we get started, but now I think I will leave the word for the presentation from the delegations.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Shekhar. I come from Bombay, India. I am one of the slum dwellers. I am working last 22 years with my organizations. Our federation works in India. We work in 72 cities in India. We work 500,000 households, work with the families. In Bombay, we have different kind of slums. We have a railway slums. In Sweden, I landed in Sweden. I saw the greeneries in Sweden airport. When you come to Bombay, you can see all slum only surrounding the airport. More than 40,000 families live surrounding the airport land. There is no alternative, there is no development, still families are suffering. Just I want to know, because we are working with Dharavi also. Dharavi, you know, they return the student, Maria and Anna. This is the largest slum in Asia. We are also working with for development of slum dwellers. We collaborate with government to develop, because we are not opposed to develop our own community, but we are part of our development to develop our city and the slums in all over the country. We are ready to take contribution from the government and us. Thank you.
Africa, the Federation of the Urban and Rural Poor has got 17 years of existence, and within that 17 years of existence, we've been able to mobilize all the communities around 9 provinces of South Africa. We have got a membership of 100,000 around the 9 provinces who has formed savings schemes, who are doing their daily savings and take the money to the bank. And in bank, we have got 1.5 million rand saved. And when we started the savings, we decided that with the local savings that we are doing on our savings schemes, we can be able to give people some small loans to start small businesses for income generation purposes. And we cannot confirm every time how much we have done, because the money is revolving amongst the members. And then we decided to form a pool of savings that we called it Urban Poor Fund, that will be able to attract funds from the other institutions and the government. And then in that pool, we have got 1 million rand, and that has been saved in the pool. And we have been able to revolve our fund, our savings, into a bridging finance that is meant for housing development, while we are negotiating with the government for housing subsidies. And then we have given loans to we have bridged some houses, up to 20,000 houses that we have built in South Africa for the homeless people. And we have opened negotiations very nicely during the time that we started the federation, and with the Department of Housing and the Department of Land Affairs. And we're very lucky to get some politicians who understand very well why are they in the parliament. And they gave us some money to buy land, and then we got a revolving fund from the minister, late Minister Joe Slovo. Within that revolving fund, we continued negotiating with the politicians, the government, about how we can enforce the policy to suit the poor people. And with that, on that way, we were able to get in 2006 a very good minister, Minister Lindiwe Sisulu, who signed an MOU to pledge the federation every year 9,000 subsidies, 7,000 subsidies, which we are now starting to start to do that pledge. We have done 70 houses within that pledge right now, but we continuously negotiate with our local authority, our politicians, so that they can be able to understand our mission as poor people. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am coming from Malawi Homeless People's Federation. In Malawi, we started our federation in 2003 in coming together and saving. And that time we started building our houses in 2005. We have built 800 houses in Malawi. Our relationship with our city assembly is good. They have promised to give us another land. So we have mobilized more people in Malawi, and we have more saving schemes in Malawi. Thank you.
And here's a picture of women on the way to a house. And they make their own bricks, because Malawi, as you know, is one of the poorest country in the world. So it suffers from deforestation also. So this little thing, this invention that puts pressure to the mud, the clay that they make bricks from, makes them so dry so you don't have to burn them, but they can just dry in the sunlight, like this. And when people get together, they also start to think about business, local business that they can have together. This is a meeting where they're discussing how to make different products, in this case shoes,